and he has been a senior advocate of Nigeria for over 38 years. Chief T.J.O. Okpoko SAN is a past chairman, the past president of the Nigerian Bar Association, and also a past chairman of the Body of Benchers. It is also important to note that before he went up there, locally, he was our chairman. He was chairman of the NBA Warri branch at the time. So he started from Warri. It is my responsibility to chaperone this fireside chat. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you.
Amigo. Thank you very much for accepting our request to be our guest. We expect this to be an interactive session, and we, of course, what we know about you is what we want the world to know on the global scale now. We have attendees from all over the world watching you, sir.
Thank you.
So later in the program, in this fireside session, we will take a couple of questions from the audience. And also, a Google link will be sent to the audience to fill attendance. This is to enable us compile proper records for the free one CPD points from the MBA ICLE. So at this point in time, once again, welcome our guest, Chief T.J.O. Okpoko. So we're, yes, sir.
Yes.
We're happy to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, sir.
I thank all my colleagues who are tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Listen to these old stories.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Welcome, sir. Thank you. So we'll begin with questions. Chief, in 1970, after graduating from the University of London and the London School of Economics and Political Science, you and your co-mates, the likes of Alawe, Roderick Bozimore, John Edu, and my father, Dr. F.R.O. Aruoture, when you came back to Nigeria, went to Nigerian Law School, and you were called in 1971. Thereafter, all of you came back to Warri and set up practice. In fact, the three of you had your office on the same story building on Warri Sapler Road. Would want you to share how your growing up, your early childhood in Nigeria, your sojourn in the United Kingdom, in England at that time, and studying law, getting immersed in their culture, their legal system. Would want to know how this shaped how you came back, designed your practice, and became this immensely successful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Growing up in Nigeria was a very fantastic experience. In Warri, I came to Warri in 1959 in the village to live with my father's friend, Ahmed Francis. There, I completed the primary school at a very late age. And so within Warri, there was no division of any kind. We formed Agbasa Boys Club, consisting of Hausa boys, Ekiri boys, Urhobo, T.J.O, Igbos. And we were acting plays in Igbo. Nobody acted. Warri was a very hot place. So many of us slept on the veranda outside. Next morning, you wake up, take your bath. Neither fear nor intimidation. Okay. You finally get into the profession of being a teacher, primary school teacher. I taught for 10 years and went to the Delta Provincial Teacher Training College 2 years to become a grade 3 teacher. Thereafter, I taught for another 2 years. For the experience I had in teacher training college geared me towards the decision I will never again go to teacher training. Discipline, intimidation, just too much. The humiliation. I said I was not going to do that. So as you see me, I do not have secondary education. The only education I had is a 3 teacher training. So when I came out, rather than prepare to go to teacher training college, I did study rapid through what was then the rapid result. You pay, they send you study materials from the UK. When you think you're all right, go for the London University exam. That was the cost. By 1962, I had taught the EC ordinary level. When those who went with me to teacher training college were preparing to go for their grade 2 teacher training, left them there. Luckily, met a man. Oh my goodness, I did not know what to do, but my contact address on my GCE, and that was also for Professor Nywairi, was through my uncle's post office box, 16. That's where we kept our letter. So when the results came, we went to collect our results. Collecting our results, we made it. And then in the post office box, we also collected a letter, another user of the box to give to my uncle. You look at the back of it, it was addressed to us, addressed to the person from what appeared in the envelope to be from the passport control office. In the passport, in the stamp, rubber stamp, there was the inscription, passport control office, 5 to 7 or 11 Katawa Street. Okay. So we looked at it. In the middle of it, say, dispatched by Eddie Ikomi, who we have never known. So my friend and I said, no, this person called Ikomi must be from the West. Yes. So we wrote him a letter. Not no, addressed to him, Eddie Ikomi, Katawa Street. Fortunately, the old post office, no matter where you post the letter, if you get to his destination, the letter was delivered to him. In the letter we asked if he could help us get passport form. 3 weeks later, he sent us passport and advised us on how to fill the form. Okay. And when completed, we could send it to him with £1 postal order. Sent. We have never seen him. So less than 1 month later, God registered envelope from passport control. No stress. Didn't go there. They go to do thumb printing.
No,
No
facial.
No facial
passport.
So we sent passport.
Okay, yeah, photographs. Yes.
That was what. So that was how we got our passport. After we got the passport, we said, this man who has done this for us, let us go and see him. So we went to Lagos. That was my first time I went to Lagos.
That was what year?
1964. We got to Lagos. We passed through Manikaka in Edo. Normally, journey takes 2 days. You have to go through Ifon, Manikaka, to near a place near Ibadan before you want to go to Lagos. So that was the only road. We got to Lagos late. We slept at the motor park. Next morning, managed to wash our face and headed for the passport office. Which we don't know. We didn't know the address. But we got one of these small taxis that we had at that time. That taxi took us there. We got to the passport control office, knocked at the door, and entered. In it, we saw a fair complexion man sitting in front. So we approached him. He asked us where we came from. We came from Sapele. Said, I'm Eddie Ikomi. That was the time we knew him.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, that was the beginning of the journey for our friendship until recent. So that is the early
days.
Early days.
So now
England. To go to England again, we now went back. Now went back to Eddie because we didn't know what to do. Eddie is a Shekiri man.
Okay.
He didn't look at us as Robo people. We went to Eddie. Eddie received us. We've got the passport. What do we do now to go to England? Then there was one scheme called Employer's Voucher Scheme. You apply, then the Home Office will give you a date for interview. My friend, Professor Yomari, had applied. The date they gave him was about 2-3 years later. My own was 7 years later. We wait and come for interview. So we told him that it's difficult for us to do that. He said the best thing is for us to go as students. But which school are we going to go to? He said, since you have ordinary level GC, you can get admitted into any of the polytechnics and so on. But which school? I don't know the address of any school. I have never, up to that stage, written a letter to anybody in the UK. At the end, Eddie gave us one address of a school and advised us that people have used it and they have succeeded. The school name is Tony Sulphur College of Music in one of the places, I think SE23 or something. I can't do it. I'm not very sure.
Remembering the code. You still remember the code?
Yes, I researched for it about 6 months ago. The school is still there, but it has changed its name. So I'm proposing that when next I'm in the UK, I'll go and see the school. So Eddie advised us. We wrote to the school, sent £5 postal order each, and within a month, our admission letter came, properly stamped and sealed. That's how we got admission to the school. What were we going to study? Music. To the Sulphur College of Music. So we went there. When we got it, again, we went back to Lagos to see Eddie Ikomi. Because the next thing was visa. So Eddie Ikomi took us to a travel agent who took us to the British High Commission. And that was where we applied for. In those days, not like now, where you write, you apply, you pay, and then they give you a date. That was not the position. In those days, you walk into the passport office of the British High Commission, fill your form, then you are interviewed, passport given or passport refused. That was how we did it. Professor Yohan and I went on different days. On the day I went, the man who interviewed me was a young, slim, career
civil servant.
Yes. He asked me, why are you going to England to study music? Bobby Benson is here. E.T. Mensah is in Ghana. Why are you going to spend money to go to that side? I said, that is not the type of music I want to study. He said, what music do you want to study? I said, I want to study music, classical music, and become the commander of the police band.
Oh.
Or join the military after the training and become leader of the military band.
Okay.
He looked at me. He looked at me. He took his stamp, stamped my passport.
Oh, lovely.
Sign it, granting me visa, student visa. Before handing over to me, he told me, said, Mr. Okpoko, I'm giving you this visa, convinced that the last thing you're going to study in the UK is music. I laughed in my mind.
That's a
I said, I insisted, but I know I was speaking against my own conscience.
Yes.
But that was how we got the visa to go to the UK. In the UK, we arrived. The very day I arrived was the day I got a job. I arrived at 1 o'clock in the night. By next morning, when my uncle took me to the house I had paid for, he showed me the labor office. So after putting my things in my house, I sold the labor office and I got a job the same day. I quickly wrote to Eddie that this is the condition here. Please try and come. Thank God, by December of that year, he was with us.
Oh, that's lovely.
That is the first time we had in that one.
Oh,
Thereafter, we now engaged in working.
And schooling.
Well, no, I didn't work on school. I did the advanced level. We got there in September, did the advanced level in January. Luckily, we passed. Then I took up proper full-time job. Say people wash plate in the UK. I didn't wash plate.
So what did you do?
Okay. I worked in a cheese company.
A cheese
company at London Bridge. The company was called Swifts. They were preparing cheese for the army. Okay. So that was the factory where we worked. The whole place was smelling bad. Cheese, a very bad odor. But we worked. After about 7 months, I got a job as a postman. And that's the only work I did in the UK until I came back. As a postman, it was a full-time job. And me, I wanted extra time to work so that I can earn some good money
and
to cater for myself. So I worked for 2 years in the post office.
Was that how did you now fund your education?
I funded it by myself.
By working, right?
By working for those 2 years.
Okay.
And I saved enough money to pay my school fees. Okay. What was important was my school fees. A cousin of mine had given me a room and a parlor to stay. No rent, for which I'm grateful up to today.
That was very generous of you.
Okay. Meanwhile, I was able to bring my wife after 1 year. So my wife was working to feed the house while I was going to school. I was in school for a total of 4 years. The first degree, 3 years. The other one at the London School of Economics, 1 year.
That was for your master's?
1 year.
1 year.
We were the first set of those who did master's degree in London School of Economics
political science
for 1 year. Okay. London School of Economics and Political Science for 1 year. They said they were doing a crash program
at that time
to get law teachers for the emerging African and Caribbean universities.
Oh,
If I had wanted, I could have gone to
Lecturing.
Caribbean or to other African countries. But I said, no, I must come home.
Thank you, Chief. So thereafter, you came Nigeria to Nigerian Law School, 1931.
Again, yes. But my coming was not that planned. We had made a send-off for your father and the other Urobo people who were ready to go home.
Okay.
I was one of those who organized it for them. I was doing a master's degree at that time. The result came and I passed the master's degree. So the school said, look, why don't you just continue and do a PhD? I said, okay.
Because my father continued and got his PhD.
Yes. Okay. So I said, okay, let me send my children home. I had children already.
Okay.
Terry was the one that came first. Then Joyce was the second one. So I brought her home. Came to my father's first daughter, with whom I lived and who brought me up. And she said, you will not go back again. I said, no, Mama, I must go back. He said, no. If I allow you to go now, you will not come until I'm dead. So I couldn't disobey. Okay. I agreed. That made me late for the law school for that year. Oh. So I went to Lagos. They said, no chance. I was late because I got there in December. Ultimately, I made contacts. They spoke to them. They allowed me in after they've closed lecture for the first time. And
you're lucky.
Was lucky. Yeah. And again, I was not taught for that part one.
Okay, that part one.
It was the notes of Thompson Yowure.
Okay.
I think it's in Lagos, practicing in Lagos, that I read. Then the notes of Mr. Agore.
Okay.
Those were the ones that I read. And at the end of the day, people thought I would not make it, but thank God I still made it part one.
Yeah, that's good.
So that was how it came.
Thank you.
After that, continued with part two. We were then called on the 18th of July, 1971. Yeah. Thereafter, we came back to Warri. I don't know whether we came back. I came back to Warri. Others may have come from other places.
Okay. You set up your office?
To set up their offices. We were 11 who came to Warri that year. That was the highest number of lawyers who had come to Warri at any time before that date.
Remarkable.
Scott Emakpo was there. O.V. Siakpere was there. Ikwoba was the Igbo man.
Okay.
He studied in Nigeria, attended the Biafran Law School, was called to the Biafran bar, and was practicing.
Okay.
But the Supreme Court and the other courts in this country said they don't recognize
Biafran bar.
Biafra Law School.
Yes.
Therefore, they must come back. That's why they joined our set.
Okay.
Then we were about 120 or so.
Okay.
Because of the influx from Bayelsa.
Biafra.
Yes. So at the end, we all qualified and came out that year.
Okay.
And when we registered, I became number 2727.
On the call.
On the call.
Oh.
So that's the thing.
It's remarkable that you still remember all this. Those of us who are younger generation can't even remember our number on the roll.
No.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
So you set up practice on Warri Sapele Roads. As at that time, it was said, okay, on that building, you had John Edu and you had Dr. F.R. Aruoture. And it was said that because there were fewer lawyers, there was more opportunities. And when you compare to what we have now, we have a large number of lawyers, fewer opportunities, the market is now very competitive, strenuous, difficult. What is your view about because you've been in the past, you have practiced in the present, and by God's grace, you practice in the future. Do you agree with that postulation?
No, I don't. What was the practice at that time? It is true the lawyers were few.
Yes.
But what was the practice market at that time? You come to Warri to set up practice, you have no commercial practice of any kind. There's no company that retained you except Dr. Oge and one or two other people. And what did they retain you for? Litigation alone.
Okay.
There's no legal opinion to be given. There is no advice to be given on the performance of any contract. So commercial practice was totally out. So though we're few, the competition to survive in a litigation dependent practice was not a joke. What was the type of commercial practice that we had? None. Maybe you serve notice to quit. And even in notice to quit you serve will come from people who know you. And they do not consider serving notice to quit as a legal service. I can tell you that more than 60% of the notice to quit as served tenants in Warri here, I was not paid one dime. The people think that the Yoruba one who say, so that was what it was until things began to open up.
Okay.
Today, what we are doing now is a specialty which lawyers can do. It wasn't there in those days. There was no legal opinion.
Okay.
You have transaction lawyers.
No.
It wasn't there in those days. You had arbitration.
No.
Arbitration of a very massive type, including international commercial arbitration. Those ones were not there at that time.
Maritime law practice.
Taxation practice.
Yes.
Those ones were not there at that time. So the market was small and narrow for the number of lawyers that were here. So if you say that it's more competitive now than it was then, I will tell you, we are looking at only one side of the business.
And I'm looking at it from one prism. Thank you, Leonard Silk.
Thank you.
In 1987, you were conferred with the Silk rank by a special recommendation of the Supreme Court of Nigeria at that time, arising from your special and rare advocacy skills. And they said, why are you not an SAN? And so you were advised to apply. So now, in modern times, so the rules have changed for application. And so we have a situation now where, because there are quota requirements for appeals, a whole lot of lawyers now, they have overburdened the Supreme Court with so many appeals, some of them frivolous, because of course you don't need to win. You just need to show that I have this judgment, either for or against. And so the Supreme Court is now overburdened. And I would want your opinion on how this can be reformed, especially now that the recent list that came out, not the recent list, the call for application, there is an application form for 5 million naira, which has caused a uproar. A lot of people are saying 5 million, it's not even a guarantee that you become you be conferred with a secret rank. I would want to ask if you have any recommendations on how this can be reformed so it doesn't affect the workload of the Supreme Court. It doesn't motivate lawyers to go file frivolous appeals, and so many other things. Would want your opinion.
I don't know. You see, in my time, the Supreme Court had records. When they deliver judgment, that judgment is sent down to the court that decided the case at the bottom.
Mm.
So the judge who decided the case at the bottom has a copy of the
judgment. Okay.
I don't know when they stopped that practice. Maybe when the Court of Appeal came.
Okay.
I have tried to advocate that they should resume that practice, that the judge who gives a judgment will see the opinion of the appellate court and their comment over what he has done. But nobody seemed to be listening. In those days, the number was fixed. Number of people to be called, to elevated was fixed.
Okay.
So there was no formal interview. The interview that was held was by the justices themselves reading what appeal you have done, the explanation you have made.
Yeah.
That was what happened in those days. And what was the number? The number for the whole country was 5.
The entire country.
Country, 5. In my own set, 5 were approved, but 1 was disqualified at the last minute.
Okay.
That's Ishola Rhodes was disqualified at the last minute because the body of senior advocates protested against him that he molested a junior in his office.
Oh, Christ.
So I look back and I remember how Rotimi Williams demonstrated it to us. Rotimi Williams said, I do not want to sit on the bench, on the front bench, and I have a colleague tickling me behind me. So that was the position. We were just 5. That one was disqualified. So in our set, it was 4.
Okay.
These 4, I think 3 of us are still alive. Tony Mogbo was our senior at that time.
Okay.
Then Afe Babalola.
Oh, it was your set too.
Then the one who died from Ilori, I've just forgotten his name now, plus myself. I was the most junior of them all.
Okay.
But before that time, the Supreme Court and the judges had time to look at you and your practice. It is by their recommendations that you are considered in those days. And that was what it was.
At that time, yeah.
If they see your pleadings just for a claim for trespass, that you take 1.5 pages, you go and plead 75 paragraphs, they know you are not seriously minded. So they were able to assess who is who. I was just about 7 years. And the rule prevailing in the Supreme Court at that time was that the rule that they introduced in 1977 was that if you are under 7, you cannot appear on your own in the Supreme Court.
Okay.
But 1 or 2 cases I've done within that period made them to recognize me.
Okay.
And when a case came up about 1980 something, I don't know whether it's 1980 or 70 something, Dr. Mowo was in the case.
Okay.
I was invited as an amicus curiae
by the Supreme Court.
By the Supreme Court to come and join. Case of, I think, Igoro or something, that's at the University of Benin. Okay. Had to do with the filing, time with you with the 5 briefs. And plus Ugolo case here.
Ugolo, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
It was there. So we went down there, the bench was filled. Rotimi Williams took one side, made the submission. All the others agreed with him. Molajo, an erudite senior advocate from Lagos. The son is a senior advocate now. Took the opposite side. And it's the opposite side that accorded with my view. So I aligned with him. At the end, the court gave judgment.
Oh, that's profound.
So that is the end of it. So you look at it as it is at that time. The number was limited.
Yeah.
The number remained limited until Wace retired. Every time they want to increase the number, maybe 2 or 3, maybe 2 or 3. At the time Wace was living, the maximum number was 15.
Okay.
To be taken. No, 15. No, it was 10.
Okay.
Then Begore took over. And the first conferment, he added 16 without any formal approval from anybody. So, but he was the chief judge, chief justice, so nobody. That is how the thing started to escalate. We have said many, many times, be a good lawyer in your own right.
Yes.
Then become senior advocate. If you become a senior advocate, so as to become a good lawyer, you are likely to be a disappointment.
Of course.
That is what it is. In ranking, I came to number 57. 57 at the time I became senior advocate. I became seniority 1. All those are taking that title in the country. I was number 57.
Oh, that's...
Today, one set of the law school, one set of the what they grant this nowadays. It's almost, I think it's almost 1,000 more now. We don't know. So what can we do to help the Supreme Court? You see, the trouble is not in the number or the struggle to get cases to go to the Supreme Court. No. The trouble of the Supreme Court is structural. We have not addressed the issue yet. People go to the Supreme Court because they are not satisfied that they have got judgment, and they have got justice.
From the Court of Appeal.
From the Court of Appeal. And the root cause of that trouble in the Court of Appeal, people talk about corruption, people talk about influence. Yes. But the root cause is more than that. Take a judge, a man who practiced law in Warri, all his life dealing with contract cases, land,
yes,
and so on. Then you take him to the Court of Appeal, Federal Court of Appeal. At the Federal Court of Appeal, what cases will come before him? Law of taxation, aviation law, yes, which he has never touched. So what will you do in that case? You will concur.
I concur.
I concur. I agree with my friend. It's the same thing on the other side of the coin. Take a man from the north. Civil procedure, as known to us, has never been there. Maybe he learned Sharia law and so on and so forth. Hardly any land case. Then you put him in the Court of Appeal, Federal Court of Appeal. Then you ask him to decide the question of ownership of land from Warri, from any part of the Delta State. You know that he cannot understand it.
He cannot. He doesn't have the debts.
Now, what I have suggested to them, which you have refused to listen to, is this. Let there be a Federal Court of Appeal that we take federal causes and federal causes alone. Let us have the state's Court of Appeal that we take state causes. No matter how bad or corrupt anybody may be, if the law is clear, then people will take precaution.
Of course.
Appeal will not just go straight to the Supreme Court. if the Court of Appeal, if the Supreme Court is to be helped in a number of cases, something has got to be done by the middle appellate system.
Yes.
Let there be two sets of the Court of Appeal.
The federal
Court of Appeal and the State Court of Appeal, so that federal can deal with such matters as aviation, naval matters, maritime matters, and so on. Whereas the states will deal with contract,
land, matrimonial causes,
and other things. Until they do that one, justice will continue to elude litigants before the Court of Appeal. And so you will see the result so far is that of conflicting judgments. That's what we are seeing now. It's going to be worse.
And this now brings us to still on the judiciary, brings us to one germane issue.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime in 2011, the NBA set up a 12-man committee headed by you to look into the face-off between the then Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Aloysius Katsina Allo, and the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Issa Ayo Salami, over alleged interference in the judgments of Sokoto election, Sokoto State gubernatorial elections petition appeal. This brought a lot of disrepute to the judiciary. The NBA said, no, we have to step in. They set up a 12-man committee of learned senior advocates with integrity. You and the leader, the head of that committee. This interference that happened in 2011, we are having a lot of cases of interference or alleged cases of interference currently. As someone who has headed a committee of that level, of that kind, what do you think, what's your advice on this level of interference? Because there will be accusations of political interference, that politicians are interfering in judicial outcomes. This has also delayed, so the appellate courts are more fixated on resolving political matters to the death of other matters, civil and criminal law. Somebody with experience like your humble self, what do you think should be done about restoring the dignity of the judiciary and allowing the common man to trust in the judicial process once again?
Thank you. The story of the conflict between the President of the Court of Appeal and the CJN is a very sad one. Mm-hmm. It was a show of shame. Let me just summarize this case before you. There was a gubernatorial election in Sokoto, and one person was declared the winner. That person was in one party, decamped another party, and jumped into the race. He won. His opponent said he was not qualified to contest that election because he was not in the party that sponsored him.
Yes.
They then did that case, and the appeal came up at the Court of Appeal in Kaduna. And the Court of Appeal allowed the appeal. So that the man was not qualified to contest the election in that party. Instead of stopping there, the panel of the Court of Appeal added an order for a rerun of the election, which is good.
Okay.
Then he added the offensive one and said that in that rerun election, the only candidates will be those who took part in the earlier one.
Very offensive.
And that is the one where the Court of Appeal itself has held that other man who won before
was not qualified.
He's not qualified. Again, when they did this, when they say rerun, the man now filed papers to go. Because the Court of Appeal, as a rider, has said, in that election, only those who took part in the earlier one will be allowed to take part. So his opponent now brought an application to say that he's not qualified to contest the election. So that was what they did. I cannot go into the details of what it was, though I know them. The elections were then held, and the man again won. So the other man went to court. It is that appeal that brought about this thing. The appeal court has not finished with the matter. Then the headship of the Court of Appeal has changed.
At that time.
Yes, from Ibrahim to Salami. In the course, when Salami when he took over, he found 5 case files of appeal pending in the various appellate courts, various panels. He is now it is his duty to assign the cases to the panel or appoint panels to hear the cases. And he proceeded to do that. That was his offense. That some interest group didn't want him to appoint a panel.
Which was his responsibility.
Which is his legal responsibility.
As PCA.
Yes. So he appointed. Then the panel for Sokoto was appointed. Panel for Sokoto was now hearing the case. It is the hearing of that case that brought the crisis. And what was the crisis? Salami said he was in his office when the CJN sent for him to come to see him. So he went to see the CJN. Justice Mustafa was with them. Then, according to Salami, according to Justice Salami, the CJN asked him, say, look, that case, that appeal, that's the Sokoto appeal, said the Sultan is interested in it. So he should tell the panel to dismiss the appeal. Salami said, I'm sorry, I cannot do that. That would be interference.
Yes.
Said, okay, if you don't want to do that, then go and disband the panel so that we can set up a new panel. Salami said, I'm sorry. What have they done? What caused their complaint against them? No complaint was brought forward. Instead, they said, when we met the CJN,
your committee.
Yes, when the committee met the CJN, he said he got information that the judgment had leaked. That was what he said. If the judgment had leaked, is that the reason to interfere? Anyway, he now said, what about Salami's allegation that you are interfering with the work of the panel? He said that he did not interfere. He said, so not by ordinary word, but an affidavit, said, I did not interfere with the work of the panel. All I did was to direct them to put the appeal on hold.
Was that not it?
Gentlemen, I will leave you with that. If directing a panel to put the judgment and determination of an appeal on hold, then tell me what is it that amount to interference. And in this interference, many lawyers were involved. Sadly, many lawyers were involved. At least one senior advocate was involved. I have been trying to look for the judgment.
The report.
No, the report is there.
Mm.
But the report was submitted to
The NBA.
JB Daudu. We signed it, all of us signed it. And there was one lady who did not attend the day we signed. When she had in Lagos that we had signed it, she flew to Lagos to say she wants to sign her portion.
Yes.
Did. That report has never been made public. I'm trying to see whether it can become the subject of a proposed book, which I intend to write.
Oh, that's very remarkable.
We have got the name of the proposed book ready.
I don't mention it. Huh? I say, would you want to mention it? You know,
I have nothing against mentioning it.
Okay.
Because many things follow this petition.
Yes.
And this thing. Remember that it was an attempt to take Salome out of the way, that he was forcibly appointed to the
Supreme Court.
And when he refused to go to the Supreme Court, we went to court, and no court agreed to hear his case. Can a man who has been doing justice all his life suffered more humiliation than that one? And so I have seen, and it can be described as injustice in the temple of justice.
Injustice in the temple of justice.
It's coming.
It's very wonderful.
So that is the position, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much, Silk.
Yes.
I think sometime in 98, well, you were part of a group of selfless and courageous legal practitioners who resuscitated the NBA from its coma of over 6 years during the military era. And you ended up becoming this 18th president of the Nigerian Bar Association in 98. That was the last period, almost the last period of the military era. And you chaperoned the NBA into the early moments of the Nigerian democracy. This is the fourth republic or so. Could you please tell us how you were able to steer the NBA from that crisis moment to where it is today, laying the foundation?
Thank you. The Port Harcourt debacle was because of the ambition of people who wanted to become president of the bar. Mrs. Kuye was the acting president. Then my friend from Kebbi State was fighting to be the president. Before we knew it, people were drawing daggers in an NBA conference. Why were you drawing daggers? He said they have heard that this young man, this young radical from, church radical from Lagos, Falano, had gone behind to the court to obtain an order of injunction preventing election for that day. So they said they would die. Everybody ran away. I was one of those who remained in the place and formally closed the place, because the Constitution says that where there is such a crisis, the most senior lawyer in place should take charge and do it. That was what I did. I did that, and we appointed one person, one Igbo man, to go on and take charge. Unfortunately, it was overambitious. That's how the crisis lasted. Until Chief Awomolo and other chairmen of branches. This body was dead at the top, but the branches refused to die. So the chairman of the branches went around the country holding meetings and tending to bring things together. All of us have to join. I was an outsider then. Justice, the one from Isoko, Guru Maharaj George.
Okay.
Anigboro
yes.
was the chairman of the branch at that time.
Branch then.
They were going to meetings and they were ready for these meetings. He came back to me one day and said, look, we are going to nominate you to contest the election. I said, but I'm not ready. He said, you are going to contest. That's how I contested.
Oh, that's good.
So that was the position. Having contested that election, one thing occurred to me, that many of us lawyers are still very ignorant about our profession.
Okay.
If you are doing good, if you are being honest, the profession is seeing you. It may not be recording it, but it's in the memory of members of the bar. Are we to stop?
And just a minute. I need to make an announcement. Okay, so this is for attendees. There is a Google form that will be posted for attendance. It is for the purpose of getting the free CPD. So please just look out for it. You'll get it. You fill your full name, your email address, your SCN number, and your branch. With that, we can send to the MBA ICLE for attendance. I think it has been posted already. So please look at it's there on the. You can start filling now for attendance. Thank you.
So that was the position. So it was the body of chairmen that conducted the election.
Okay.
We must pay tribute to Justice Salami. Justice Akombi.
Okay, Mustafa.
Mustafa Akombi. And Justice Uwais, both of whom have now died.
Yes.
They came out and said the bar must be in place. That was how we came to be. And my task then, because there was no structure again on the ground, all our files were gone. So the first thing is to go and visit our secretariat in Lagos. When I got there, it was bush.
Okay.
The building itself became the latrine of those who were there. Feces all around. And so that was where the work started. We cleared it, washed it, refurnished with furniture, hard furniture. Then I appealed to the seniors that we need to have our records. Then seniors, the one I can remember most is Mrs. Balogun.
Harriet
Balogun.
Balogun.
Loaded NBA records that she has and gave to the body. That was how we started the new file.
Oh, it's good.
So that was the way
okay.
that we came back.
Sorry, I've just been corrected by the MBA ICLE committee. Yes, we are expected to fill that Google form, but it is not for CPD, it's for attendance. So they just want to make that correction. I've just been corrected. Thank you.
Okay. So that's how we collected documents. Ken Deshofola was the source of materials. And other people, other lawyers, senior lawyers in Lagos, they gave us the support. And sooner we had files for our operations. Next was for me to move from office to office of the senior members of the bar.
Okay.
Ken Deshofola, Rotimi Williams, Kasumu, then G.O.K. Ajayi, T.O.S. Benson, and others to rally support for the bar. And that was how the bar came to be. After this individual visit, I now proceeded on states
Okay.
to visit members of the bar from state to state. And then we came together and organized the first
AGC.
executive meeting.
Okay, the NEC.
Or general meeting. I don't know what
It's called NEC.
was the
NEC.
So
yeah,
we organized it, at which a decision was taken. We're not going to go to the police and the army. We took a decision at that time, during my presidency, that lawyers serving in government should be admitted for offices in the Bar Association.
Okay.
I was opposed that bringing soldiers here will reveal our secrets to the government.
I need the questions. Sorry, sir, just a minute. I need the questions. Well, just when you are done with this, we'll go for, there are some questions by the audience. We'll just take one or two so you could just address them, because it's expected to be an interactive session. So not just you and I.
So at the end of the day, Chief T.J.O and others supported me that we should bring in the soldiers. That was how we brought in the soldiers. My argument was that if soldiers are ruling and we don't bring them in, they will be suspicious that we are doing something secret against them. Bring them in.
Okay.
And that was how they sent us the commissioner of police in Plateau State at that time. Forgotten his name now. Became a DIG before he retired.
Okay.
He was there. He will come to the meeting. He will hold meeting with us, committee and others hold meetings with us, and did a lot to clarify the position of the NBA to the military authorities.
Oh, that's very good.
And so the police, the Navy were all those seven in those our members, 7 in them were incorporated. The small mishap we had was the man from the Air Force who was nominated to come came to the next meeting in uniform. And there was uproar. So that was the only challenge we had. But at the end, they now have the military fora in the NBA. They had the corporate councils fora in the NBA and so on. So we brought them in. When the House had assembled, we went to meet the military president of Nigeria, Abubakar.
Absalami Abubakar.
Yes.
Absalami
Abubakar. Went to meet him. He received us. He had promised that 29th May will be the day that they will go. So 29th May, well, before that 29th May, we went to pay him an official courtesy call. He received us. Then in our speech, we said, Your Excellency, the bar will live here.
Yes.
Trusting that 29th May is unchangeable. In his reply to us, he said, there is no question of changing that date, and the man stuck to it. Then we came to the civilian regime. Came to the civilian regime, and the bar made an award to him. It's a companion of honor, a leader of honor. So that was how That was how we navigated our way to all those ones.
Okay.
And when it's important I record this one for the world to hear. When the civilian government came in, we held a conference in Port Harcourt to resume from where we broke up. Held a conference, and in a committee headed by OCG Okocha, we formulated a guideline for the incoming administration called the Port Harcourt Declaration. So we took it and presented it to the new president.
Okay.
We followed that one up by organizing a national dinner for the president and the newly elected federal government. It was a very successful dinner. On that day, General Obasanjo was in charge, but he flew back to be able to attend the dinner. I had gathered all the senior men in the profession. Rotimi Williams delivered the dinner speech. Kende Shofola was there, gathered all the senior lawyers present in Abuja. And again, I must thank the Shell Development Company of Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
Then one of our members, who was one of the executives.
Questions. Sorry. The questions from the audience.
Yeah.
I don't have access to them, so please send them to my WhatsApp.
So
continue, sir.
We got in touch with Shell. Now, Chief Williams would need a plane to take him to Abuja to deliver the speech. Shell agreed. We went through a legal advisor to Shell. Shell agreed to provide a plane, a jet, to take him to Abuja and bring him back. Not only that, he has to sleep overnight, because dinner was in the evening.
Okay.
Presidential suite in
Port Harcourt.
Nikon Nuga
Okay.
in Abuja was paid for by Shell. At the end, the dinner did not cost the NBA one dime. Shell picked up the bill. That was where speeches and loyalties were pledged. And the dinner speech of Chief Williams, I have searched his own life, so I searched through his children for a copy. Not been able to get a copy. After his speech, when he was speaking, if a pin drops, you will hear it. Everyone was quiet. Then, in his response, Balajo made the memorable statement that I can never forget. He said, just see what the Bar Association has done. Say, since when in this country have we gathered like this, executive, legislature, and judiciary gathering together to have dinner and thinking about our country? So all of us clapped for him. That was how we left.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Leonard. I recall there was a time when I asked a question on the reform of the sanship application process. I mentioned that the recent requirements, part of the recent requirements is for the payment of a non-refundable fee of 5 million naira. A lot of persons online want you to speak on it and get your opinion on it. Thank you.
Well, I don't know what actuated those who brought that policy about. If they want to discourage people from applying for to become sons, let them take the right steps. This extortion, I beg to say, I'm sorry to say, that's what comes to my mind. What on earth, what message are you delivering to the applicant and to the common man on the street that you have to pay an application fee of
5 million.
5 million? I don't see the justification for it. In our time, we never paid.
There was no fee.
There was no fee. There was no fee. I remember I didn't pay any fee. So why should we pay fees? Have they considered the consequence of paying fees? All right. If people borrow 5 million to go and seek for elevation to sonship.
That's even just for the application. There are other things you may need to spend money on.
Okay. Then what will be the expectation people who are doing it? All right. Supposing a good material is available, but it does not have that type of money, what will he do? It will not be considered. Are we conceding in our profession that money is the predominant thing in the life of a lawyer? I don't think so. What message are you sending to members of the public? People are criticizing the payment of money for application fees for political office holders. Now you want to impose it on those who want to become senior advocates. Once the ordinary man on the street said they are all the same, they are all politicians, they paid to apply. Don't you think we will be reducing the honor that office of senior advocate carries? Do we have to quantify everything? Do we have to do everything by reference to the amount of money that you have? All right. What are we going to do with this money? The man who's going to become senior advocate is going to buy silk gowns, the one for practice and the one for ceremony. That has already taken about 4 million from him. Because when we bought, it was cheap. Today, it's no longer cheap. So my view is that it is wrong. It is wrong to see everything, to regulate everything by way of money. If this practice continues, then it is going to be a matter of who can afford the money. Good materials will be dropped behind. Maybe crooks and those who can manipulate and make money will become the senior advocate of tomorrow. That will be most unfortunate. And it's something that should not be continued at all.
Thank you, Leonard Sioko. You have been a past chairman of the body of benchers. Before then, you were vice chair, before you became chairman. What do you think about, what do you think can be done about the curriculum of universities, the Faculty of Law universities, and the law school to better prepare lawyers for the demands of modern day
business
and specialized law practice? Because we're looking now that a lot of the lawyers, they may know the law technically, but you see, this is the business of the law. Because law, apart from being a profession, it's also a business. It is what you use in feeding your family. A lot of lawyers do not understand how to go about making money from the profession. We also need to look at it also from the angle of also keeping up with ethical standards. As a past chairman of the body of benchers, what do you think can be done in this area?
Thank you. All my life, I've always fought for the standards and the integrity of our regulatory system. We have the rules of ethics, but they are not addressing the issue, in my humble view. When I was chairman of the Board of Benchers, I brought a memo to the body to the effect that we should introduce internship into the profession as a way of imparting professional knowledge to the students, and that we should do so without wasting extra time or imposing extra time. And what I suggested was that when an aspirant is admitted to study law in a university, he should look for chambers among recommended chambers in which he would do his internship while he's in the university.
Okay.
While we were studying the university in England, you join the Inns of Court. So that while you are studying the degree course, you're also doing the professional course.
Okay.
And as a law student member of an Inns of Court, you have many privileges. You go to dining with your senior. Depending upon your relationship with him,
Yes.
he can take you out to his own house. You can take you out to dinner. He can say, come and carry my bag to court. In that way, there's implant of the culture of what it takes to be a lawyer in the person who is coming. Not spending any extra year.
Learning these things.
So by the time you go to law school to write the bar exam, you've already put on the gown of what it is to be a lawyer. Maybe those who knew better than me when I made that suggestion as chairman of the Board of Benchers didn't see anything good in that. But today, what is the position? Is that not where we are gearing to now?
Of course.
All right. That one of internship should be properly considered and established. I have some interns with me in my office now. In this office now. They look at files, past or present. They read documents. They read processes. So in this age where people don't read, let them go through the process in chambers. They are not lawyers yet, but let them go through the processes in chambers, and you will see the improvement in standards. I know that Afem Babalola University is doing that one compulsorily for its law students.
Yes.
One or two other universities are doing it compulsorily. You serve your internship. When you come back to school, you present your internship report signed by the person under whom you did your internship.
Yes.
This country should look at the practical aspect of it. And for the curricula, that was an issue we fought many, many times. We said that our own director of the law school,
The
DG, must liaise with the National University Commission.
And you say,
so that both can team up and call the universities so that they can work out the law curriculum. Whether they have done so, I don't know. We are producing lawyers now, some of whom are really illiterates. A lawyer came to this office for me to sign his application form. I wasn't satisfied with what he was writing. Nationality, Nigeria. His nationality, Nigeria. Surname. What is his surname? Maiden name. He put the name of his wife. So I said, did you go to school? He said, yes. Did you go to school? He said, yes. Bring the dictionary. What is maiden? Instead of going for dictionary, he went for his telephone.
He wanted to check Google.
So this AI, artificial intelligence, may be good, but it's not concrete. It's not one that is authoritative enough from the legal point of view. You must look at your law, look at your law report before you can get the true meaning of what it means. So for me, there is need for us to get the profession involved
in the
curriculum issue.
Yes.
And the one we are trying to establish law school everywhere now, that is not necessary. The product that is coming from the law school now, if you had passed out 5 years ago, it'd be called 5 years ago. Compare yourself to those that are coming out today. You will see the difference. It's not me who will tell you.
So the difference is massive.
Yes. So if we want to, people are counting on numbers. So we call 5,000 to the bar last year. There's no place in this world where they call that number of persons to the bar.
It's only in Nigeria.
It's only in Nigeria. And are we the biggest country?
No.
Are we as big as China? Are we as big as America?
Or India.
India. So India has stuck to the ethics of the profession all along. Even the South African countries, the East African countries.
Very true.
That's what they are. But we seem to permit any and everything. When issue arose as to whether Muslim girls should wear a hijab for the swearing in, everyone in this world was concerned. Everyone in the Arab world was concerned. Oh, no, they must be allowed. Freedom of freedom. Okay. When they become judges, do they wear it? Don't they wear the wig? The wig, judges' wig, when they are sitting. Do those who wore hijab for court to the bar, do they wear the ring when they are sitting as judges?
They don't.
Why? Who is deceiving who? Then some people even said we do not need wig and gown anymore. You'll be cancelled. It's archaic. It's colonialistic. Okay. Every person has his rule. Every calling has its rule. Can you imagine an army without uniform? Can you imagine a police force without uniform?
But in the Western world, they are phasing it out. In America, they're phasing the use of wig and gown.
No, forget America, please.
Now, even UK, recently, they have allowed those lawyers, male lawyers, who braid their hair, who have dreadlocks. The new rules allow them not to put on wigs. That's their covering. It's enough. In England.
Anyway.
So they are our colonial, we learned it from them. They are also revising their rules.
If you are going to braid your hair and you come to me, I may not see you. But what is it? Won't it be, even if that is true, won't it be abused here?
It will be certainly.
When the other man went to the Supreme Court with his amulet and
Aruoture.
What did the court do? Did they not run away? So let us not go to those things. Yeah. Maybe we'll come to them one day, but not now.
Not now.
We are too immature now to do all those type of things.
Yes.
Let us not deceive ourselves. I entered the profession at a time when Nigerian judgments were being cited all over the world, all over the common law jurisdictions. Today, who talks about it? What are they going to cite? Apart from the Supreme Court. You want to go and cite a High Court judge? You said, I believe. I believe. Oputa said, I believe. I don't accept. I don't do this. It's not a magic wand. Yet, that thing that Oputa said is not done. It is still being done today. Have a whole case thrown out because of the issue of I believe. Say the judge believed him. Say the judge believed him. Why did the judge believe him? And why did he not believe the other side? These are things that we have to investigate. So yes. I don't think
we should go there now.
Lowering the standards or doing automatic change is anything to go by. Now remember the question you posed sometime.
Which one?
That is the one of whether the Supreme Court should be a policy court to decide only.
Yes.
To decide only constitutional cases.
Yes.
And I'm sure that the example you have at hand is America.
Yes, America, well, it has a jurisdiction. It's when the Supreme Court there just focuses on constitutional matters,
yes,
and allows the states to rule on other issues.
So is that what you are going to copy? What is the definition of a state in America? It's not the same thing as a state in Nigeria. These states in America, 51 states, were independent countries of their own, who came together in self-interest to say, we want to form the United States of America. And they ceded to the central government what they each agreed.
Okay.
What they each agreed.
Okay.
So it is the states that came up, the independence that came up to form America. In our case, it is the federal government that formed the states. If you say that there will be 40 states, there will be 40 states. You cannot compare that type of state
with what we have now.
And then, of course, we have our own pitfalls.
Yes. Thank you.
We tell lies.
Thank you, Leonard Silk.
Thank you.
So we just have time is on
not on our side.
Not on our side now. It was supposed to be a 1-hour program, but we just can't stop listening to you. You have run a successful partnership over the years. A lot of lawyers in Nigeria are used to running individually as a sole proprietorship. We would want you to give us insights on how what you have done to be this successful as a partnership.
Thank you.
Just briefly, sir.
I have, from day one of my practice, taken the view that a one-man practice has no future in legal matters. While you are in practice, you do a lot of research, collect a lot of materials. Supposing you retire or you die, if you are alone, that is the end of the chambers.
True.
I'm not hearing of Amrove's chambers now. Whether he's still there, I don't know. Whether it is still there, I don't know. Scotty Makbo, I'm not hearing about his chambers now. Those are people who came with us at the same time. Siakwere's chambers, I'm not seeing anyone. Even Dr. Kojaro, I'm not seeing anyone. Who?
Even my father.
If you were not there, or if you are not there now, they will be a pharmaco business. So all the labor you put in all these years will be gone. So I took the view from the one that there has to be partnership. And we didn't wait to make money before we started our partnership. The first was with Mr. Okpeko, an Isoko man from Ibrede. We were classmates at the law school. We came back. He has no single kobo. He has no books, but for me, I had books. So we came together and established the office at number 22 on Mental Street. Guess what it was? It was one of my bedrooms. That was where I lived.
Okay.
One of the bedrooms, outer bedrooms. That's what we used as a
law office.
Our office. When I sit down there, he sits down by the corner there. There's only one small screen. Then the bench here. When a client comes, give him a bench. Sit down with the two of us. Until the time when some Americans came to this town and they searched for me and they got me in that place. We discussed with them extensively. They were highly impressed. They were recommended to me by Chief Dafinone, who had wanted me to be in Lagos. So they said, okay, they were going, I'll hear from them. They went, I never heard from them. So we went to Lagos. I went to Lagos to say, Dafinone. These people came to see me, said, I'll hear from them. He laughed. He said, we could not handle, we could not entrust our business to an attorney who operates from his bedroom. That's how we lost the thing. Turned out to be international drilling company. If we had got that one at early stage,
yes,
that would be something else. So we didn't get it.
Okay.
So when I told him that, he said, are you operating from your bedroom? I said, yes. He said, that is very bad. Can't you get a room to hire? I said, I've seen one, but I have no money to pay. He opened his drawer, brought out his Union Bank checkbook, gave me 250,000.
At that time?
At that time. 250, not 1,000, 250 pounds. Gave me. I came back and paid the landlord for 1 year. That was how I moved to number 95 Warri Fireside Road. This was my office. Your father's home was at the top.
Yes.
So that is how it went.
Yes.
So
thank you.
That was what we did. That was the idea. So how do we nurse this idea? You have to be fair and firm. You have to be open and transparent. And the head of the place has to accept that you make financial sacrifice. In that way, you can move on with you. I said it many, many times in this branch and other branches. If you don't want to join any established firm, get people of your
like minds.
Form partnership. The day you are sick, your partner will go to court.
Yes.
If you attract one business, it will come to your benefit.
Very true.
These fingers are not equal. And we know men are not equally talented.
Very true.
So as it is, do your best. Get your friends in. Let each of you work honestly. Control of money, don't take it to yourself as a senior.
Okay. In
this office, for example, I'm only an alternate signatory to our account. There is a partner who is in charge of directing how the money is to be spent. There's another one who must approve. And whenever money comes, the accountant and one of the partners will be able to gather the money that comes.
Okay.
None of us collect money into our own personal pocket. The money is paid into the account. At the end of the month, they bring the money and say, look, this is what we got this month. The sharing formula, put it there.
Okay.
Put the sharing formula there. It's not the matter because we are partners, then you share it equally. No. You are not working equally.
Very true.
There must be one advantage or the other.
You're not even bringing briefs equally.
Thank you. So make that arrangement down. Don't wait until the brief comes before you do that. I give you a very small example of what used to happen. Many years ago, Jesa was with us.
Okay.
I went to Lagos and Abdullahi Taiwo gave us a brief for a case that was coming up before Justice Obi in Benin. So we've not seen the client. So we agreed that the client will come on Monday morning because the case is Tuesday. So I got back and told Chief Jesa, got brief from
Abdullahi.
From that place. So we are going to Lagos. We are going to Benin on Monday to take instructions and get on with the case next day. Said okay. That was Thursday. Friday, I reminded him, said, please, we'll go on Monday morning. No. He said, yes. Saturday, because we're going to court on Saturday, we're going to court on Saturday and also office on Saturday. He said, yes. Sunday, we'll go to office in the evening. When we got to office, I reminded him, Sam, otherwise engaged. Otherwise engaged? He said, yes, I know. So he didn't go. I then called Charles and Jennifer to go with me from this side to Benin. We went to Benin. Jennifer came from Lagos with the clients.
Okay.
So we were there. Charles and I were there. So we took the instruction, prepared the papers. The next day we filed. The people went back and paid us very, very heavy fees of 20,000 naira.
20,000 naira.
1,000 naira. Not 20 million, no, 20,000.
That was for what? For filing of what?
That's what you thought at that time. Yeah. Nobody ever charged more than 5,000 naira in those days. I'm not sure that people paid more than 5,000. Who will pay you 10 million? The rich men in Warri here, for whom we're doing all the conveyancing matters, they won't pay you a kobo. My boy, my son, that's what it is. But when you go to their shop to go and buy a wrapper for your wife, they will charge you full amount.
That's the problem.
So that is the thing that there is. So when the people were paid, the formula for sharing was that those who traveled to go and do the case, they will have a higher percentage than those who are here. So when they shared money that month, Charles' money became higher than that of Jesa.
Okay.
Jennifer's money became higher than that of Jesa. It was annoying. And they summoned me before friends, and I explained to them. Then they told him, that's not the rule. That's not the
agreement.
So yeah, but why did I not take him? I said, I should come and carry you. That started his anger against me. Yeah. Finally, he said he was going. That's how he left. He asked the other juniors to go with him, or 4, Arubayi, Trofanoway, Bujakpo, that's Tomawo.
Okay.
He couldn't tell Ajuya and he couldn't tell Jennifer to go with him. None of them agreed to go with him. And that is the same formula we have from that time with some modification that we still have up to today. At the end of the month, I don't go and check what is in the account. What is due to me comes to me. Okay. What is due to the man in Lagos goes to the man in Lagos. So that is the way. Forward. If done in that way, and you still that confidence in your colleagues, be open. There's nothing to hide.
Okay, sir.
Then, of course, I like it to get on. And in that case, what touches one partner touches the other
partner. Yes, sir.
Whether it is debt, I used to work very hard. I'm still working very hard, but my walking is slower now than what it used to be.
Yes.
But I stay in the office for a
Okay.
required period. So that's it.
That even leads us to our final question.
Thank you.
A couple of weeks ago, we joined you in celebrating your 94th birthday anniversary.
Yes.
At this age, you are still a very active legal practitioner, having practiced for over 55 years. And of that 55 years, 38 as a senior advocate of Nigeria. Everybody is waiting to hear tips on how, especially knowing how very tasking the legal profession or legal practice is. How have you been able to manage the stress, the discomfort, health? What are your tips? What do you have to say to us, younger generation, on how to manage and have a firm balance our health and the practice?
Okay. Thank you very much. First and foremost, health is in the hands of God. Long life is in the hands of God. Babies do die in womb. Others grow to old age before they die. So we thank God for what I am.
Yes, sir.
There is no prescribed thing that one does. Live a normal, moderate life. Avoid excesses. If the thing is not something you can attain, work hard whether you can attain it. But not that you will climb corners to go and pick it from there. Work hard. There is no human problem that has no solution.
Yes.
I cannot tell you that I have one recipe for what I am now. No. But I have made the practice of law part of my body and part of my life. So I do it according to how my strength carries me. I've been doing one brief now for the past 4 weeks.
You still write briefs?
Yes. I have not finished the brief. Whereas in those days, 2-3 days, finished. So have time for everything that you want to do. You want to relax, don't over-relax. Sleeping for 10 hours a day does not help it. Not sleeping does not help it. Not sleeping at all does not help it. Just do it moderately. For instance, when I go home now, I'll go to bed. I eat, I'll go to bed. Maybe at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I have had good sleep. I open my eyes. Nobody wakes me. I open my eyes. If I feel like, go to the table, I continue working.
Okay.
If sleep is coming, I leave my table and lie down. Allow your body to dictate to you your next physical action. That is what it is. Do not be greedy. Do not be worried about anything that somebody has done this, you have not done this. Please don't. Take what is yours. Don't look to what other people get. That is the way I have lived. That is the way I've told people who work with me to live. I don't see why I should be riding an old car of 10 years old. That's what I'm riding now. Whereas one would think that I can afford a brand new car every year. But what do I do other than ride the car to the office and ride it back home? What do I do with the new car that the old car cannot do? And then when you are doing all those ones, Don't think about building many mansion houses. For those of you who are with us in Warri, I need not preach gospels. Dr. Oje's house has been sold.
You never knew about that.
I'm sure that you people know it.
Yeah.
It has been sold.
Mm.
Where is the guarantee that my own house will not be sold tomorrow?
No guarantees.
Because the vision of those people, the vision of our own children, is not our own.
Very true.
The house means nothing to them, and so on and so forth.
So,
Look at Mosheshe Estate. Sit down. Look at the houses you find in Borikoko Housing Estate. Are they still the same houses you knew when you were young?
no.
So it's going to be for all of us. I read something somewhere, somebody wrote. He said, this is 2025. 20 years' time, 100 years' time would be 2125. So those of us who are living today, 90% of us will not be on the surface of this earth.
Yes, true.
We will be underground. And even in that underground, your body will not be the body that was buried.
Mm.
That has become rotten, that has become soil,
nourishing,
not human being again,
yes, the
but
plants.
the land. So the clothes you have that you like very much, that fits you very much, so they will not be available to you at that time. Even if you see them, they will be rags. Even these rags will be dust.
Yes.
That's what the man said. And is that not true?
Very true. Very profound.
Is that not true?
Yes. Very true.
So,
Profound wisdom.
to summarize that one, let us live moderate life. Do not pretend to be what you are not.
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford, don't go and kill yourself to afford.
Yes, sir.
If you cannot afford a new car, ride the old car. My children are also grown up. The only children I have now that are still in school are my children of relations, not my own. As all of you know, my senior son is
Terry.
I think it's up to 28 or 29 years now, the bar.
Yes.
He's in New York practicing law. One would have thought that he would have come back to me now to come and say, I'll take over. No, in this office, there's no takeover by blood relations. No, does not follow. If you are working here and the time comes for you to be promoted or to get to where you have to head the chambers, you will head it. Let everybody get an assurance.
Yes,
Let
sir.
everybody show that they are part of the establishment.
Yes.
Not that when they pay money, you put it on your pocket. At the end of the month, you pay people. They go, no. For those who are partners, and those who are on salary, make sure that on the last working day of the month, they get their salary.
Thank you very much.
That's the solution to this.
Thank you so much, Leonard Silk. We are indeed very grateful to you for your words of wisdom. This has been a highly educative and resourceful and enlightening session. We took it upon ourselves to have this special fireside chat with you because we wanted, the committee sat down and said, we don't have a record, a video, audio record of you giving us your words of wisdom. And that it would be right that we have it because whatever it is we are doing here will be posted on YouTube, will be on the internet, will be for live. Those who were unable to join, they will have access to it. People in the future will have access to it. So it's going to be a timeless collection. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're very grateful and wish to thank you for taking out time from your busy schedule This is we go here. This is like about the fourth time we have been here, and you have been joining us to coordinate things and plan, and so we are very grateful.
Thank you.
I wish to thank the audience for taking our time to participate. I do believe we have gained a lot from the Leonard Silk. Very priceless wisdom he has given to us. And special thanks to all members of the committee, the webinar committee, for putting this together. It was very tasking. The chairman of the branch was on our neck. You must deliver, you must deliver. Thank you very much, chairman of the branch, Otadua Okpoko, for your support. Everything that we have been able to do now, yes. Okay, Chief is specifically saying we should thank Ogo. Ogo has been very, very instrumental. She's a lawyer, but she's our IT person. So she's wearing two hats, putting on two hats, a lawyer and an IT personnel. And also to Professor Teddy Ijabeta, he's our own professor. He's also a lawyer and also into IT. And we thank you very much for all what you have done to enable us get this in place. So we have other programs lined up. As we progress, as we roll them out, we'll let the audience know. I do believe that we have filled the Google form. So we have that as our attendance register. And as we all have a very beautiful weekend ahead, I say once again, thank you for being part of this. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for members of the branch. Thank you for everybody all over the country, all over the world participating in this. Do have a very good weekend. Take care and God bless. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Ogo, can I stand up?
No, sir. Sorry. Yes.